Person to Person, and we're back with another video.
Hey guys, it's Shanita.
And I am Journey.
And we want to thank you for tuning in for another episode. We missed you so much last week, but thank you for riding with us. We also want to take a moment and just say, don't forget that it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Go get your mammograms, ladies. If you have not had one, please do yourself that service. We all know friends and family that have been touched by breast cancer. Some have survived and some have not. Right. But let's just take a moment and just be mindful that it is something that plagues us women. And, we can get ahead of it. It doesn't have to be the end.
A couple months ago.
Okay, there you go. I am going to get mine. I haven't gotten it yet, but I definitely do have. I don't like mammograms, but I'm going to get my mammogram.
Yeah. They smash. They it's beyond.
It's beyond. Okay, should I be charging for this? I don't like how you're touching me.
But I think the discomfort is worth it.
It's absolutely
worth it.
It's absolutely
worth it to just know what's going on. Okay.
But if you are struggling with cancer, are a cancer survivor, or have relatives that have been through breast cancer, we stand with you.
Yes.
And we pray for you.
Yes, absolutely.
And now we're going to get into today's topics of what's tea.
What is the tea, honey? So, we know that November 5th is quickly approaching. Okay. And so you want to make sure you don't want to wait till the last minute to get registered. You don't want anything to prohibit your vote from counting. So make sure that you're registered. Make sure you know where you're supposed to go to vote. Those little cards that they send out to the house. If they don't send out, if you didn't get your card in the mail to know where to vote, you can always just go online and literally type in Google, where do I go vote in Michigan or whatever state that you're in. And they will tell you exactly where to go. You can put your address in and it'll tell you exactly where to go. The vote, it matters. It just matters this year. We have a lot on the table. Not every politician is going to check off all of your boxes.
Absolutely.
So to speak. So it just matters for you to make your personal decision, go with your heart, go with what's on your mind and what your needs are, and let the best candidate win.
Absolutely.
But while we're talking about voting,
okay, girl,
can we talk about what I like to call TTT?
Okay, what's that?
Trump trash talk.
Oh, Trump trash talk.
Trump trash talk. Okay, and no disrespect to anybody who loves Trump. Okay, do your thug-thism. Okay, if you love Trump. However, what Trump is not going to do is come to the city of Detroit and try to downplay our city. This man said, what did he say? He said that if Kamala wins, that the entire nation or the entire country would be like the city of Detroit. Like that's a bad thing.
Right. What's wrong with Detroit?
What's wrong with Detroit? We get it out the mud. Okay.
Don't we?
All right. And so for that, I appreciate Governor Gretch.
Okay.
Big Gretch. Okay. I appreciate Big Gretch because she clapped back. She did. To surmise what she said, keep Detroit out your mouth.
Okay.
Keep Detroit out your mouth, Trump trash talk. Okay. Go trash talk something else. Somebody else, something else, anything else. But the great, great city of Detroit.
Period. Absolutely. Period.
Okay. So yeah, that's my little tea. Voting is very important. And then, we just gotta, minimize the Trump trash talk.
Absolutely. And it is, voting is your choice. It is your decision. I don't care who you vote for. I have an opinion. I know who I'm voting for. And as much as I would love to be like, you need to vote for because that other person don't make no sense, I can't make that decision for you. All I say is make sure that you're an informed voter and that you don't listen to the rhetoric, because that is my pet peeve when it comes to politics. Both sides will paint narratives.
They will.
To push the point, right? And it's not true. You're not giving truthful statements. You're removing things that are very important to what was said. You're adding things too, and I don't appreciate that type of rhetoric.
Right.
And both sides are guilty. So
Right.
just make sure that you're doing your own personal research and not just listening to what someone has to say. And just go out and do what your heart tells you to do on November 5th.
That's good talk. That's good talk, person. For real. Alrighty, so what's next on the tea?
Okay, so your boy Diddy.
Oh, let me sip my tea. Honey.
Please do. Okay. It just keeps getting thick. Okay? I do mean thick. It's hot for your boy. First of all, I just found out that the trial is not till May 2025. And it looks like they have no plans on letting him out.
Oh, so he won't be out.
No.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that block due process?
No.
Oh, that's his place in line.
Yeah, that's your place in line. It's May 2025. We'll holler at you when we get to you.
Oh,
we don't care that you're a billionaire. We get to you when we get to you. And don't. But so the charges just keep coming, girl.
Okay.
So now,
not surprising. Not surprising.
Listen. So before I say this, I'm going to be animated in my delivery.
Okay.
However, this is a very serious topic.
Okay.
Essay is very serious,
yes,
and what's the word I want to use? Who did it?
Oh, perpetrators.
All perpetrators of essay need to go to jail. Okay, I could not think of that word to save my life. Underneath it. Okay. And depending on the severity, you might need to be. But anywho, so this is what he did. 2018.
Okay.
A young lady. I think her name is Ashley Parham.
Okay.
And she met a acquaintance of Diddy.
Allegedly.
No. This part isn't alleged.
Oh.
He is an acquaintance of Diddy. A guy named Shane.
Okay.
And when she met him, he FaceTimes Diddy, you know, little clout chasing.
Okay.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I know Diddy. Right.
And she like, oh, I don't rock with him. I know he has something to do with Tupac's death. Okay.
The plot thickens.
Diddy like, oh, allegedly, you're gonna pay for that. Okay. Fast forward a few months later, apparently Shane has cancer, and she's at Shane's house, supposed to be helping him with his pain medication.
Okay.
Who shows up? Diddy, his bodyguard, and the lady. I think her name is Katrina. Don't quote me on that because I could be wrong. They all show up. They drug her. Diddy threatens her allegedly. Tells her he could slice her face, give her the what's her name smile. Then they begin to SA her.
No way.
With inanimate objects. And then, because she's fearful for her life and screaming and all of these things, Diddy instructs the other guy to not only turn her over, cover her face. I don't want to hear that.
Wow.
And then the three of them take turns
raping
raping
does this
her.
now include Shane?
Yes.
Shane?
Shane goes first. Allegedly. So I said all that to say the things that this man is being accused of, and this young lady wants a jury trial. She's not just going for a money grab.
Right.
And that to me speaks volumes.
Yes.
Because if it's just about the money, we can settle this out of court.
Exactly.
She like, no, I want to go to court because you did this to me.
Wow.
So it does not look good for him. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the statute of limitations are. But you have to be a despicable person. If these allegations are true, you are the devil's son. Like, I can't even. That's your daddy.
Oh my goodness.
So it's
my thing
ridiculous.
is, how many is it at this point? Like, we done ran out of hands and fingers
and toes, all that. It's a lot of people. So, you know, some people are just out here trying to get money and they're lying.
But this is what happens when I just feel like when a person is given an unlimited amount of money and unlimited amount of resources, it truly brings out who they really are to the core. because you have the freedom to be exactly who you
you
are,
are.
exactly how you are.
Absolutely.
When you have unlimited resources and money. A predator,
you
guess what? You're
Yeah.
going to have a bunch of victims at your beck and call.
And feel like they can't do anything. So, I mean, that's really deep. And the final thing I'll say about that. Okay. If you have been affected by Diddy Devil, please reach out to the authorities. Diddy Devil, he's the devil's son. If he did these things, allegedly he did them.
Okay, so while we're on this topic.
Okay.
I was like, we all have this little thing. Like, I'm like, I can't wait until Surviving Diddy comes out. Like, I really can't wait until this documentary comes out, Surviving Diddy. Like, I'm waiting on it, right? But a friend of mine said the best title is Did He Do It? But my thing is there any question at this point?
No, it should be Diddy Did It.
Diddy did it.
Diddy did it.
Diddy did it.
Again, if he did it, these things have not been proven. However, the cases are surmounting. And it is being very reminiscent of the R. Kelly situation and how all of those things just started to flood. But just like with R. Kelly, there were rumblings. We knew what was going on. I'm guilty of that. There are people that know what's going on, knew what was going on. So the truth will come to light.
It will definitely come to light. And like Person said earlier, we're fortunate enough to be able to chuckle about this. But these people who have really suffered and gone through this, I'm sure it's not a laughing matter.
At all. I can only imagine. And my heart goes out to the people that have been affected by this.
Absolutely.
I know so many women, myself included, that have been a victim of SA, and it's not a laughing matter.
It's not at all.
Sometimes you laugh to keep from crying.
It's not at all. And the legal system minimizes it.
It is
when it comes to the punishment, right? When you think about, okay, yes, it's not murder. However, when you are assaulted, that trauma lasts a lifetime.
It is murder. You murdered something in me that I cannot get back.
Yeah.
So it absolutely should equate to murder.
And it lasts a lifetime. It does. Yeah. It affects your life. You could be 60 years old, retired with your grandbabies. Absolutely. And you might still have a flashback or still have a nightmare or still have feelings of insecurity and everything that comes along with trauma. It's just, the justice system doesn't do it justice.
No. We are still, as women, second-class citizens when it comes to things like that, because we are not taken seriously. The woman is always put on trial first. What did you have on? Why did you go to his home? What did you do? Why, no, you're just saying that this happened because now you want some money, or, you're angry, you're a liar, all of those things that you have to go through is why a lot of women don't report it.
Exactly.
So if you are a victim of SA and you have not reported it, let this be your sign. Tell someone.
Yeah.
Your story deserves to be told. You matter.
I promise you, and you're not alone. This is the thing. It's what's crazy is and it makes me emotional.
Absolutely.
So forgive me. But it's very rare that you meet a woman who has never been SA'd.
Absolutely.
That's so rare.
It's so rare. I tell people that all the time. I am more shocked when a woman says, no, that has never happened to me, than I am when she says, yeah, this happened to me. Yeah. And that's a sad reality.
It is.
And to end that topic on a lighter note, in the word of Miss Sophia, a girl child ain't safe.
Come on.
In a family full of men. And when I say family, I mean this country. We just are not safe. So get help if you need it.
Definitely.
So
on a lighter note.
Lighter
note, the holidays are coming up.
They are upon us.
But I'm big mad.
Okay.
I'm big mad because all of the major stores, Walmart, Costco, you name it, them all, okay, have skipped Thanksgiving. They've skipped Thanksgiving and went to Christmas. Like, what is that about? Like, what?
So here's the thing. First of all, even in this conversation, you done skipped Halloween. Okay. So here, I am a person. So I'm gonna start off 1st.
Mhm.
I am a 100% firm believer in God. Okay, I'm a child of God. I love me some Jesus.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. I also enjoy the festiveness of Halloween.
Oh.
Okay, I love the decorations, the pumpkins, and all of the things, because to me, Halloween signifies fall.
Okay.
And fall is my favorite season, right? So Halloween is the kickoff, right? The homecoming, if you will.
Yeah, come on. I like that.
And so I find it rather disrespectful that the stores go barely Halloween. You get Halloween, but you can barely get Halloween.
And that's only so they can sell some candies.
Exactly. Okay. And then they start slowly rolling out the Christmas stuff.
Christmas.
Red and green stuff, right? Mixed on along with the pumpkins. Okay.
What happened to the turkey?
What happened? So here's the problem with the turkey.
What's the problem?
We really shouldn't be celebrating it in the first place because it should be.
Well, that's true.
You know, happy. Yes, that's what it is. However, we could still have, fall leaves and turkeys and decorations, to signify again a fall holiday, right? Now, I love Jesus. So I can't wait for Christmas. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I can't wait because he's the reason for the season and not Santa. Okay. However, let's take our time. Let's not rush through this season, even though these lovely person-to-person mugs are very much in the Christmas coloring, right? Because the holiday is upon us. That doesn't change the fact that let's stop rushing. Let's take our time and enjoy each holiday as it comes, okay? I'm ready to pass out candy, talk to the children, let's enjoy that, okay? Let's get fat, wear our pants with the elastic waist belt, Even
the folks who still have their Christmas trees up are still celebrating the festivities. They just change out the decorations on their Christmas tree.
Come on now. Okay, now here's the thing.
If they can do it, we can do it.
It's ingenious to leave your tree up. It's lazy. But it's ingenious, okay?
Yes.
Okay, because all I got to do is change these decorations. I don't got to take it apart and put it back up. Because listen, honey,
to the basement.
Every year, is the Christmas tree gonna go up this year? In my household, we have a 10-foot Christmas tree. Every year, we like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do trees or any of that madness. I'm not a big holiday person either, though. So that's just what it is. Yeah. But yeah, corporate, classist America, come on. Okay? Come on, give us a break.
Give us a break.
Jeez. All right. Well, I think that's enough tea sipping.
I think it's more than enough tea sipping.
I think we do need to acknowledge a sponsor at this time.
We do.
Who's our sponsor? Shout out to Byron Smooth Photography.
Absolutely.
Okay? Listen, with all of the promo materials that you're going to see from person to person, those are the pictures that Byron Smooth Photography did for us. Okay. Yes. And they came out beautifully. Okay. And so this man does branding. This man does family portraiture. This man does senior photos for your graduating seniors in high school. He does weddings. He does bar mitzvahs.
He does you feeling yourself. You want a photo shoot. He does it all.
And he does. And he's from homegrown Detroit, baby. So yeah, shout out to Byron Smooth Photography. Hit him up. You can find him up on Instagram, on Facebook. On Facebook, his name is Byron Smooth, but you can also type in Byron Smooth Photography, and it'll come up that way. And Instagram, he's Byron Smooth Photography as well. Look him up. He just had a showing this summer, his first showing as an official professional photographer. He's been doing his thing. I can't wait till you guys go and keep it out and see his work. So shout out to Byron Smooth.
Shout out. So our topic of the day
is
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let them fight. Let them fight. Let them fight. Let them do what they want to. Let them do. Okay, we had this. Sorry. We grew up in the 2000s. Okay.
The 90s. Don't let her lie. We're not that young. We was grown in the 2000s. Okay.
We was kind of grown, wasn't we?
We were.
We was kind of grown. Well, we were still popping it. Anyway.
We were what popping what?
We did nothing.
Okay.
So yeah, we want to talk about how, because for the month of October, we are highlighting friendship. That is our main topics that we're going to be talking about for this month. And so for this month, it's friendship. And so in every friendship, there is conflict. In every relationship, there's conflict. And so we just want to talk about how friends work through that conflict. How do we get through it and still remain friends?
Absolutely. So here's the thing. I feel like a friendship, like you said, is a relationship like any other.
Mm-hmm.
It has its highs, it has its lows,
True.
Its ups and downs. You get on my nerves. All of the things, right?
Do you get on my nerves?
I know I get on your nerves.
You get on my nerves? Do
Yeah.
I get on your nerves?
Yeah, you get on my nerves.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Uh-huh.
The thing that people need to learn how to do,
Mm-hmm.
which is the same in regular relationships, romantic relationships, you have to learn how to fight fair.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because every relationship is going to have a fight.
Right. That's
but
true.
that should not be the ending of a relationship.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Hey, you did this.
Gotta survive
I did
the fight
not.
every day.
Exactly. I did not like that you did this.
Yep.
And I need to be able to say, hey, person, girl, I that made me feel away. I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And we should be able to discuss that. Right?
Yes.
Even if the discussion get a little spicy.
Yeah.
We should be able to do that.
Yeah, we should. We absolutely should. I always feel like it's all about the approach. Because this is the thing. If this person is your friend, I mean a real, true friend, you know them.
Mm-hmm.
You know them. And so I feel like when it comes to love, right? Because we love each other as friends.
Absolutely.
When it comes to love, love sometimes it's sacrificial.
Absolutely.
Right? So even though you're up in your feelings and you feel away and you think and you still have to remember that there's another person involved in this situation. And so when you go to state your grievance or bring your grievance, you have to know who that person is and adjust your approach. Because the wrong approach can tear it all up.
I agree and I counter.
Okay, come on, counter.
As the person who receiving the grievance from a person that you love, you have to be willing to adjust to who's talking to you. So that you can hear them. That's right. Yeah. Because that's the problem with conflict. We don't hear each other. We immediately get defensive.
Yeah.
You done say, what? I didn't do that. What are you talking about? You're like, oh my God, person, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. That wasn't my intention. Yeah. That doesn't minimize the fact that you're saying, hey, I didn't do that on purpose. Right. Because that's the key. You did it. Yeah. Yeah. That just wasn't your intent. Yeah. So you have to have that conversation.
Right. And you have to make that sacrifice. Sometimes you have to put yourself like, okay, well, wait a minute. Let me hear where this person is coming from. It's as much as it is about the approach.
Absolutely.
It also matters how you receive it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the problem with arguments is everybody wants to defend themselves.
True.
Everybody wants to be heard.
Very true.
I didn't do that. How dare you think that of my character?
That part. I find myself doing that. I do. A lot of times I say, if you feel that I've done X, Y, or Z, now I'm painting myself in my head as your villain.
Right.
And that's not necessarily the case.
Exactly.
We're just talking about feelings. We're just trying to get perspective. We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
What's going on. This is an isolated incident.
Exactly.
This does not define our whole friendship. Exactly. It's just in this moment, I felt this about this particular thing. And so it's very minuscule when you think of the grand scheme of a friendship.
True.
And so it's about being able to fight fair and remember that it's not a fight. It's a disagreement. True. And this is a disagreement with someone who loves you.
Very true.
Right?
Very true.
So, because when it comes to this person that you now feel attacked by because they've given you a grievance, if this same person was telling you this story and how they approached it about somebody else, your viewpoint would be completely different.
Exactly.
Like, oh, yeah, I get that. I understand how you approached it in that way.
From the other person's perspective and all of that jazz. Yes.
So you have to take it's so weird to say. You have to take yourself out of it to be able to see it in totality.
Exactly. And then this is the thing too. A lot of times people will, this is what I don't like, I call it emotional abuse. Honestly,
Absolutely.
I call it emotional abuse. If you give me the silent treatment for however long, I could see a day or two, maybe even 3. But if you stop talking to me, like I start feeling like maybe we weren't friends. Like, for real, you're just gonna cut me off. You're gonna block me. All of these type of things. I feel like that's not necessary.
So here's the thing. Sometimes it is necessary for the other person, right? Because you have people that are emotional beings.
Okay.
You and I are not per se emotional beings. Not that we don't have emotions, not that we don't feel things.
Right.
But that's not our top layer. That's not how we go through this life, right?
No.
We go through this life in logic. That don't make no sense. Actually, I get uncomfortable if you're doing too much with your emotions.
Right.
Wait a minute. Why are we crying? Like, cut it out. Right? But at the same time, that's not everybody. No. Right? And if this is your friend, like case in point, 2 very, quick stories. My mom will tell you, hey, when I go silent on you, this is for you.
Right.
I do not want to say the wrong thing to you.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to come off towards you in a way because I can.
Right, because I'm going to chop you.
I'm going to chop you. And so out of love for you and respect for this relationship, I'm going to take a day or 2.
Okay.
I can't talk to you right now until I can gather what I need to say in my mind.
That's understandable.
Right? Like, we have friends, Demetrius, Shine, and Charmaine. They are very close friends. He is the godfather of her child. Like, they're the closest thing to husband and wife for a gay man and a straight woman. You hear me? Okay, they both got their own significant others.
Love it.
Very close people.
Yes.
But they had a thing, something had happened. I forget what he did, but she blocked him on everything, baby.
Ooh.
You hear me?
Okay.
She was hot, right? Because she's an emotional person, right?
Okay.
And when you are acting off emotion, sometimes you just do things.
Yeah.
They have, of course, since patched up.
Yeah.
It wasn't as big a deal as was thought at the time. They mended. They were able to move forward.
Right, because they're the best
Exactly.
to this day.
But every year, when they Facebook anniversary come up, he gonna be like, yeah, it would have been longer, but remember that time you had blocked me? But as I said, she needed that space to regulate her own thoughts on what happened, right? Everybody is not, I am a very heads-on, let's handle this in the moment type of person.
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible, because I don't like things to fester.
Right.
Let's get it now. What happened and why are we here?
Well, I get that in the respect of needing your own space to process. Yeah. I get that. But I don't know. I'll be quick to, hey, we ain't friends no more then.
Okay, I'm going to talk to y'all. That is, okay, every time.
Don't block me.
Wait a minute. It ain't even, you ain't even got to block her.
Don't not get talk into to me.
Make things uncomfortable.
We ain't friends.
Make things uncomfortable. This heifer has already started packing her bag. She like, I don't really even know if that was my friend. I really been thinking that she been thinking about me like that the whole time. Okay? And she on her way out the door. I don't feel safe. Somebody pray for me. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a runner. She's a track star.
Oh, she gonna run away.
She gonna get hard. Okay? Every time. You got to talk her off the ledge.
I'm
okay?
I'm out.
Hey.
Deuces.
This is not that. I just might not have liked that one thing.
And
you're still great.
That's my flaw. I'm still growing and still working. You hear me? Okay. We can handle conflicts, but I can sometimes.
Yeah, and that's the thing is because, again, it automatically puts you on the defense. And I found that once I stopped, shout out to therapy, okay? I found that once I stopped looking at it as a battle, right? Because when you look at it as a battle, you immediately paint the other person as your enemy.
Right. That's the villainization I'm talking about. The villain.
But that's not what it is.
True.
It's just a simple disagreement.
Yeah.
And if we can make these adjustments, then there's no more disagreement.
Right. Okay, so we're talking about approach. We're talking about how you receive. We're talking about how you even view the situation and not viewing it as a battle or somebody you're fighting against. That this is just different perspectives and sharing of opinion and thoughts and things of that nature. So we getting through the conflict. We preserving relationships. We've been talking about taking distance. If you need distance, not too much though.
Not too much, because I'm going to give you 1 or 2 days. I'm going to give you that time. You need a minute to process. You mad at me, just cool, because I'm probably mad at you too. Because I can give silent treatment, honey. I learned from the best. Okay? But I'm going to call you by day 3. Like, okay, now this is getting ridiculous. Yeah. Let's talk about this.
Right? I'm telling you, we're done.
We're done.
You do 3 weeks, 3 days, 5 days, like.
So we're also talking about giving grace.
Okay.
And understand. See, that's where that respecting differences comes in.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Because like I said, I'm a head oner. Right? But I have to respect that you're not. I have to respect you may need, a little time to process.
I mean, and that's in regular conversations, right? I have a difficulty with the clap back, right? If somebody says something to me in a moment that's slick or whatever, for whatever reason, I'm just not quick to I need a minute. And then I'll be like, did they? I should have said, so I be missing my moments. Right. I be missing my clapback moments.
Well, you do. You do miss your clapback moments.
Yeah.
Okay.
I be needing some time to think.
To quote old Ray Ray, I stay ready to keep from getting ready. You hear me? Ray Ray. Okay. I'm always ready. But when it comes to my friends, I reserve. I do not clap back. I immediately try to understand what just happened.
Yeah.
I know I feel a way.
Yeah.
But before I attach my own thoughts and run with a narrative, baby, because I can make a whole story.
I can testify to that. You are like, I feel like you may have meant such and such and so and so. Or when you said this, it made me feel this, that, and the other. Like, you don't attack my character. You don't make any solid decisions about anything. It literally is a question. It's a question. Hey, this is how I'm feeling. Is that how you meant it? Da 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 da. Like, it gives so much room to kind of work through that thing. I appreciate you for that.
Well, thank you. Because it's all about respect.
Yeah.
Right? I respect you. I respect our friendship. So as long as you're not being disrespectful to me, you can say anything to me. Right? You can be like, look, I am tired of you. I feel like every time we come in here to film, you trying to be bossy and it always got to be your way and I'm not being heard and I don't like it. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. That's not ever my intent. This is both our show. And how do we fix this?
No, devil's advocate here. Why are you apologizing for something? You didn't do it. You didn't necessarily do anything wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong, but I did something that made you feel away.
Okay.
So it's not about being right or wrong.
Okay.
It's respecting and receiving what you're saying to me. And you said you did not like because when I did blah, 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 it made you feel. So because of that, the information I have, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm the exact opposite.
Baby.
I'm not apologizing for
she
anything.
Is not. And she gonna stand on the hill with whatever she heard.
I didn't do it.
I ain't do nothing to you. What are you talking about?
I get that you feel that way. But I get that you feel that way, but why am I don't feel like I did anything wrong to you. Now, those are your feelings. You're entitled to your feelings. I can respect your feelings. But I didn't do nothing.
Yes, and do you see how that is not respecting that person's feelings and is actually dismissive? I love you. So it's just about...
But I'm supposed to dismiss my feelings?
No. You then get
down... I'm supposed to dismiss me?
No. So then what you say is, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention.
Okay.
And I don't ever want it to seem like that's what I'm doing. Because that's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
So how do we resolve this?
I can learn.
You know? It's like, you are not a fighter.
No.
But you be ready to go to war in them verbal streets, honey. You hear me? Altercation, you be like, now wait a minute. Do not pass go.
I'm not a fighter, but I stand.
Yeah.
In who in the words of T.I., I stand on business.
Business. Okay?
Okay.
You be like, but no, that's not.
I'm not throwing punches, but I'm standing. And that might not be effective, huh?
Not in friendships.
Okay.
No, because you have to be willing to hear the other person.
True.
Like, it's not always going to be roses.
Right.
And it's about good conflict resolution.
That's true. All right.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so I've learned some things during this whole little episode, huh?
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll make some adjustments. I will make some adjustments.
And I will end with this.
Mm-hmm.
My mother sent me a video from Facebook like a week or two ago.
Okay.
And it was a grandmother talking to a grandson.
Okay.
So she said, put your thumb down. Okay. How many fingers does it take to cover your thumb? He said 3, maybe 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
She said, okay. Open your hand back up. Put your fingers down.
Mm-hmm.
How many fingers can your thumb cover? Same answer.
About
3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
Same answer. And she said, exactly. That's how many friendships you will really have. That's how many friendships you can handle. How many people can you cover?
Mm-hmm.
And how many people can cover you?
Okay.
No more, no less.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And that's an important analogy, and I love that. And, you know, my grandmother used to say, you get one true friend in a lifetime, right? So knowing that friendships are so sacred.
They are.
And
they really are.
So, you know, far and few in between.
That's right.
Why would you not take the time to gain an understanding with someone who loves you and you love them?
That's right. You're right.
Because that person isn't going to hurt you, right? I understand standing on business with a stranger, right? With an associate, with a coworker, right? Because they don't have your best interest at heart.
Right.
But if you know that the person that you are in relationship with truly loves you, nothing should be that big of a deal that you can't resolve the conflict respectfully. Like with now, you get to calling me on my name, call me bald head scallywag, and I ain't got no hair in the back. Then things change, right? Because you have weaponized our conflict.
Right. That's right. That's right. It's the low blows that take conflict to another level. It's the character assassinations that take it to another level. If we can avoid those,
you'll be good.
We'll be all right.
So respect your friends and take the time to understand. You don't have to be on the defense because that person isn't attacking you. They're just telling you how they feel.
Yeah, conflict is going to happen. It's just naturally going to happen. We just got to learn how to deal with it better.
Absolutely.
And that's it for Person to Person. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And how much does it cost?
Free $99.
Free $99. Person to Person out.